You like, damn, I just got this 29 thing down. I'm about to be 30.
Which one weighs more? Is it how they treat you, the mental, the spiritual, or does the physical really outweigh that?
If I start getting those type of problems, bro, I'm like, hey, it ain't even on me no more. Hey, man, the only thing that he need to be sending her early in the morning is spreadsheets and PDF about the business. Ain't nothing.
Bible verses.
Exactly.
That's the kind of generation we live in, man. We're just taking a bite out of each other and then we just put each other back in that jar, and we leave it to other people to deal with.
Wizard of Oz. Her whole purpose was to get the back home. Period. Without them, bro, you think that white girl would survive that?
Stay vibrant.
Raw.
Bro. Nigga say like a Diddy party over here. Then I got a hat on that say raw. That's crazy.
Nigga, you was right. You turned into a light skin.
Only thing missing is some goddamn baby oil.
Okay. All right.
Yo,
that's crazy.
Welcome back.
Just don't buy them bulk, bro. That's weird.
What, baby oil? Yeah, no. The amount of gallons of baby oil that he had.
You can't defend that.
He had they said they had drugs in it.
What had
drugs in the baby oil?
They had drugs in the baby oil because your skin is a big absorber, you know. And he had different drugs in the baby oil, so he rubbed you down.
They saying this man doing everything diabolical.
What kind of what? Look, so there were drugs in the baby oil, bro. That's not even.
Your skin is the biggest.
I've never seen that episode of Criminal Minds before,
bro.
That's crazy.
Bruh. All right, we're gonna put it in the baby oil. We're gonna rub them down, and when they well and relaxed,
it like muscle relaxers, pretty much like. Cause they got muscle creams and stuff like that.
That boy put horse tranquilizer in the baby oil.
He probably could.
Muscle relax.
You probably could, man.
That's crazy, bro.
Cause you absorb most of the things.
What is that charge? What charge would that be? Like, what charge would that be? How would you charge somebody? what?
I don't know, bro.
Thing on human.
Cause if you put too much on it, ain't it like voluntary manslaughter or something like that?
Buying shit,
baby oil,
buying all that baby oil, bro.
And he just passed away. Put too much on.
Who cleared that? Like, you got to have somebody in your camp that just say, "Hey, man, no, no."
The niggas was getting paid in his camp. Nah. It's like, I ain't seen nothing. You know how it go,
bro. I don't want to be affiliated with you in 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I can't even find that. I can't even find nothing at the store, bro.
I couldn't explain that to my family. You work for the man, don't you? Well,
everybody affiliated. It's just like we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's wild to me, bro. I don't know. Well, that's crazy.
There's some people coming out though, like the strippers. Like, there's some strippers that came out and said there was some crazy going on, bro. Like, you had to go.
You gotta be wild. You gotta be pretty wild to offend a stripper. Like, you gotta really be a nefarious person.
I wouldn't say that, bro. They still human at the end of the day.
Yeah, but they're human. But they got a role and a job, and so when you're in their world, when you're in their realm, and you weird them out, you're doing too much.
Your line of work is already questionable, so to weird out a person like that, it's like, because they see some shit, bro.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
They do some shit too. So
exactly,
if you weird them out, you doing too much.
You're right about that. You're right about that. That is.
Yeah.
It is kind of diabolical.
That's a nefarious individual.
Oh, you gotta be super villain.
Hey, Quinn,
if he's not in GTA 6, huh?
Did you have to get your CPWs when you working for security?
They want us to solely rely on these hands.
Oh, okay. Y'all gotta take like boxing classes and stuff?
Right.
Y'all gotta take like boxing classes and stuff?
That's up to you.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Dang. So you a security guard and get laid out, that's crazy.
Hey, it's happened, bro.
I know. So, I would return back to work.
Like, you gotta just like,
you ain't after that.
Anybody and everybody gotta be prepared. Yeah. Most people that I've heard it happen to usually just hang it up afterwards.
Yeah.
But you get hired for the main purpose to de-escalate, right? Then if it go there, it go there.
Okay.
But most people that take it there already are intoxicated. It don't do nobody any justice to fight a drunk person. Like it really don't. Like you shouldn't even feel good about yourself after you like knock a drunk dude out. To be honest with you. So like really, you should just be able to talk somebody down and be like, "Hey man, look, leave for the night, come back another. You get out of pocket. Now you either A, going to jail, or now you just banned for life." And like, you know what I'm saying? Neither is good. So
now I'm thinking like, hey, y'all niggas pretty much Jehovah's Witnesses. Hey, have you do you know about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
I'm just trying to. Oh my God! I'm trying to find a correlation between a security bouncer and a Jehovah's Witness right now.
Cause they
knocking
they're knocking the doors,
knocking niggas out.
Knocking niggas out. That's the correlation.
Yeah, they just using it. You're using their
Jehovah's
mouth.
Witness go around knocking niggas out. That's crazy.
They knock on doors.
That's niggas' doors, bro.
That's crazy.
It was just a wild thought, man. It was.
Yo, y'all funny as hell.
Not if you, not you turning them down and they get mad and knock you out at the door.
That's crazy.
Hey,
That's wild.
That's crazy, bro. Man, I will say 7 a.m. is extremely too early to be knocking on someone's door. Other than that, you can knock on my door anytime. 7 a.m. is just that's.
Bro, I done answered the door for him before, bro. I ain't had nothing but draws.
You answer the door. It's not, man. It's nice. I talk to them all day, every day. That's cool.
But they felt uncomfortable, people. And I was
they
like,
felt uncomfortable
because I opened the door. I had nothing but my drawers on, bro.
Oh man,
you know what I'm saying? Just early in the morning, bro. I had got up and I was like, who's knocking at my door? I looked at my phone and I seen because I got the ring cam. I seen them at my door. I didn't really know who they were, you know. So I was like, okay, there's something going on. Let me go check.
That man say,
because I was, bro. It was early. It was Saturday morning early, bro. I opened up the door. I tried to, you know how you open the door and you try to peek your head out like this. So your body is still that way. They kept wanting to talk, so I just opened up the door. Yeah, unbeliever. Yeah.
I mean, you know,
and they just felt that color. I was like, bro, like y'all here at 7 something.
Yeah, it's early in the morning.
Like, yo,
it's not a bad conversation.
I had them one time ask, like, may we come in? I was like, nah. They was like, you don't believe in Jesus? I was like, nigga, what?
I don't know.
That escalated too quick.
Like, what?
It's just, you're a stranger. I don't know.
It's like random 2 o'clock on the Tuesday.
That's fair. That's valid.
I said, hey, can we come in? It's cold. It's cold out here, bro. Can we come in?
No, it was summer. Bro. You know they be.
It's hot out here, bro.
Yeah, it was like the middle of the summer. It was like 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, midsummer.
Oh,
it was on some make me come in. I'm like, nah, bro. But then, yeah, to me that's kind of vampiric. I gotta invite you in.
Summer.
I gotta invite you in. No,
that is wild.
So you wanted them to knock you out and walk in? There's the correlation. I got it.
No,
there it is.
Still not getting the correlation.
There it is.
Jesus Christ! Oh
he was
my God.
Like, instead of inviting you in, you have to knock me out.
I'm gonna
invite yourself in. Okay, there it is.
Oh Lord. Bro. But y'all already know. Bro, if it's back like we never left. You said what?
Yeah. I said if it's 95 degrees outside, you gotta let him in, bro.
Oh, I don't gotta let him in. No,
you don't. I see. See, when I let somebody in, that's what my dumb ass get. I signed up for a damn contract, and they don't let you read it fully. It was for Vivian. Man, I signed up for the home security contract. You know, they nice and everything. I just got out of work. Man, I turned on the game while they were talking, playing the game and stuff, and I was like, okay, that's cool. Let me see the fine print. Oh, well, you have to sign here and stuff like that. And like, okay, lay it out. What all entails with it? Like, what comes with this? This, it comes with the security system. It comes with the outdoor cam. It comes with the doorbell. It comes with the infotainment system where you can check everything in your house and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, what's the price? Oh, well, for you, we're doing this promotion and we'll extend it to 6 months only $1. You pay in only $1. Then after that, you pay only $30 a month, right? And I was like, okay, that sounds pretty legit. Like that sounds cool. Like, let me look into it because I need a security system at the time. Because we had a break-in the neighborhood, and I was like, okay, because I haven't done my due diligence, my research on different ones. I was like, okay, I try it out. He was like, yeah, after you try it out, if you want to cancel, the cancellation is after the 30 days is up and stuff like that. You can cancel it, and there's nothing against you, no strings attached. I was like, okay, cool. Signed up for it. Man, I got that fine print through the email, started reading. That said 10 days. And they had me on the 10 days to cancel.
Yikes.
And the equipment was $2,000 over the span of 5 years. I was like, no, nigga. No, that's crazy.
Absolutely not.
I'm like, that's crazy, bro.
Got him.
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, yeah, that's wild.
But yeah, I canceled that thing the day after. You're a de-escalator, bro. So like, Jehovah's Witnesses is kind of like de-escalators. They're trying to lead people to the faith and stuff. They can't use these hands. They can't use weapons. What they got is their word, and what you have is your word and these hands. You know what I'm saying?
They use their hands to knock on doors. You use your hands to knock niggas out.
Oh, shit.
But yo. Welcome back. Oh my God, y'all. It's been so long. We back like we never left. Hang on. Welcome back. Son, this is Bonnie, aka the GOAT. Up in the way, AP. Hi, I'm Hugo. I think it worked that time. I think that's what we got to do.
That time, because the other times, man, you was doing pauses and saying, hi, I'm Hugo.
Oh man. That boy
looking like an anime. Looking like an anime character. Shit. Hi, I'm Hugo.
F you. So welcome to Stay Vibrant 365.
What's good?
Y'all already know. And we got so much to catch up on, bro. But first, you know what I'm saying? We got to talk about what's going on in America. As y'all know, Uncle Donnie is back. Let's get it.
Oh, no.
Y'all don't seem too excited.
he busy.
Y'all don't seem excited at all. Wait,
I gotta be honest.
No, I'm looking at you.
Hold on. First off,
you got a glare on your glasses.
Oh, okay.
First of all, yeah, he looked like an anime character for us. So first of all right, I'm gonna go ahead and be transparent with y'all because it's public knowledge, anyways. It's public knowledge, anyway.
What's up?
I didn't get to vote this year. Let me tell you why. I didn't get to vote this year because I didn't change my address in time. So the last election, I was registered to vote in my old city. And I've moved since then, not thinking, every 4 years, elections coming up, yada, yada, yada. So not thinking about that, I'm like, I'm excited. I'm like, cool, I'm about to go vote. Let's do this, do my due diligence. And when I register on the website, it's like, oh, you're registered in your old city. And I'm like, man, I don't really want to drive all the way back there just to vote. I know it sounds bad, but like when I can just do it here, when there are places here. So I'm like, okay, let me go to one of the new places. Let me just talk to somebody, right? I was like, it should be a simple change. Let me just talk to somebody.
Yeah.
And so, I talked to somebody and, show them my ID, current address, I let them know my situation. And then they're like, boom, if you change your address, you won't be able to vote.
Okay. Have you lived in South Carolina? Have you lived in South Carolina your whole life?
So it's not a state thing. It's a district thing. In my mind, I'm like, yeah, it should be a state thing. In my mind, I feel like if you are a resident of South Carolina, you should be able to vote anywhere in South Carolina.
That's what they told me.
But you have to do it. It's the district thing because that's how they tally their votes, bro. The votes are tallied by state, by district, by city, by county. Like they want all these details.
Like census.
Yeah, for a census, basically. Okay. They want all those details. They want the votes by district. They want the votes by... Look at this guy with the...
So you telling me Auntie Kamala didn't get elected because you wouldn't drive one county?
Fuck you, bro.
What you telling me? She was like 13 votes away. It was you.
First of all, she was 13 votes away. She was not 13 votes away from a dub, bro. She was not 13 votes away from a dub.
13 votes away.
Don't do me like that.
It was literally like it was like two niggas in each state that didn't vote for her. It's y'all fault that she did.
Me and another nigga. It's me and another nigga. We didn't vote.
What you mean? Voting results. Let's see. Donnie won. Oh God, three.
It was like 277 to like 2 something.
That's how you know they capping, bro. That say 312, 266. It only take 270 to win. Nah, them niggas stuffing ballots. I don't believe it. No.
Go to Biden's though. If you see Biden's, the numbers just don't even add up at all.
Stop, bro. 312.
Compared to this election
and the
last election, it don't even add up the numbers. It's like, dang,
they were just still counting afterwards, bro. But the fact that you need 270 to win, and Buddy finished with 312 that's diabolical.
The whole map pretty much red. So
it's crazy, but I mean, we got some links. We talk about how we feel about it. But what we really need to know, bro, is what the to expect.
I mean, what's the pros and what's the cons of Donald Trump as president? We've seen him do it before. So in a way, we know what to expect. However, it's like a part 2. It's like a 2.0, if you will.
What I think to expect is niggas stop arguing over the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop all the fighting. Why? Stop all the fighting. Wars and talk about wars and stuff like that, brother. Get back to, world peace. Which would never be world peace, ever. But stop all the fucking fighting. It's no need for it.
From a nigga that's a primary instigator. That's crazy.
But the thing is, I'll say with him in, people already done stopped a lot. Stopped a lot of shit. It's like, hey, if we're gonna be a superpower, we gotta, give him the gun sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Is it?
Yeah.
Like Jehovah's Witnesses. Hey, that's gonna be the running joke. I swear.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
But no, I was gonna say we do got some clips and we got some stats on it too. Not that we're politicians or
definitely not.
I don't know the word for individuals who follow politics. But we got some clips to examine or some stats. We got some Instagram polls, some YouTube clips from some very credible sources, CNBC or CBS.
What we looking at, Jay?
I can respect and understand why his foreign policy is everybody's major concern. How he conducts himself with other people.
And like how we do business as a nation, our foreign and domestic exchange and trade policies are going to be impacted by this heavily. From the clothes we wear to the technology that we have. I think one of the key trends that we're going to see is that he is looking to move everything back to the U.S. as far as like potential job opportunities.
Like Mill Hills? You remember like the Mill Hills where the mills used to be the factories? And everybody was working and everybody had a house. Everybody had their own kind of like property a little bit. That's what they need to go back to. Because
we become again a domestic superpower that has a resource that other countries would want to bargain with. One of the things that we've seen is the value of the U.S. dollar go down drastically over the last decade. And now this could be a potential opportunity for us to at least slow, the impact of the decline of I wouldn't say American dollar, but imports and exports that we do have to offer to other countries.
Like the value of the dollar, it beat, what was it? It beat the euro because we were behind the euro.
Yeah, for a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just flipped.
It beat the euro. Gold is back up.
Yep.
Bitcoin is back up now.
Yep.
S&P 500 went crazy.
Yeah. S&P 500. Yep. I was just telling my nephew that I was like, bro, gold just went stupid. Go buy you a couple slices. You feel me? Like Bitcoin went crazy. I was like, bro, I was up
the
30%.
highest it's ever been, right?
I can check over. I use different apps, Betterment, Fidelity, just for cheap sake. I'm gonna use Robinhood.
Yeah.
So year to date, it's actually the highest that it's been over the last year. Yep, still like right there rivaling, and it looks like it's still skyrocketing too. So that's awesome.
Hey, so already we're seeing some good turnout. You know,
so far.
Yeah, so far. I just hope you're able to keep it up. You know.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna read through a couple of these slides here, and then you know what I'm saying we can see how we what to expect as far as foreign policy with Trump. So, like you said, the experts answer your questions on the election of Donald Trump and what it means for the foreign policy. That's not what it says. I read it in my own words, but whatever. The first slide we got here, if Trump's tariffs happen, how will China retaliate, right? Because you're talking about putting a tariff on them boys. Trump will likely raise tariffs not just against China, but on our allies. So there's some other ones that might be impacted as well. The result will be the same as last time. They will retaliate with their own tariffs, likely hitting U.S. farmers and ranchers the hardest. So we do a lot of crop farming. But what I look at that as is that does, although it would be, tougher on them from a production state, one of the things I can see happening is that will allow the opportunity for, more farmers and ranchers to occupy more land. Hey, I've been wanting to farm for a minute, got a couple acres, let's put it to use, right?
And I think some of the imported goods and stuff, it's going to allow competition. I feel it's going to allow competition.
Oh, for sure.
So if somebody doesn't want to, we're not going to pay that price, we're not going to send that at this certain, it's going to start creating competition. Then we got the technology to start, building things and building wealth and everything like that. So it probably wouldn't even be too bad, because if they're not sending the imports of certain goods, that gives us a chance to go ahead and try to make our own.
Yeah, or come up with a resolution. In some sense, I could say we can go down the rabbit hole like we always do. I feel like that's where a lot of the GMOs do come into effect and play. And we don't only see that with plants and crop. Now they cloning meat and stuff too, bro. But
fermentation process.
Yeah,
when you got to import certain things, that's what my job is, like tracking cargo containers from different areas to here.
So natural resources. Okay, got you.
Yeah, bro. And it's some people, the stuff that's on those cargo things, like you said, the GMOs and stuff like that, like produce goods. A lot of that stuff had to go through fermentation, and it takes weeks, almost to months, just to evaluate everything that's on that truck or on that ship. And it's crazy. Like, they be finding crazy stuff. They done found it was one container that I was tracking with this carrier. And they were finding snakes. They were finding different types of spiders that could be like an invasive species over here.
And then they come over here and go crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
It's a big thing. Hey, y'all saw that they let monkeys loose in South Carolina?
Yeah, I was like, what in the Jumanji is going on?
I wouldn't say they let them loose. I think they escaped.
They just escaped. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, who's bringing monkeys over here?
They just escaped.
That's scary though. While you waking up and you go into your car and you see a gang of monkeys, you can't fight no monkey, bro.
These niggas, bro.
Nah, these niggas still strong.
Don't matter,
bro. They strong.
Hey, are strong, grown
chimpanzees are smaller than gorillas, and even the baby ones are still strong as like 5 human beings. They just pull limbs.
Caesar gotta see me.
What's that? Caesar?
Yeah, you ain't gonna see no face. You ain't gonna have no face no more.
Yeah, all right.
You ain't gonna have no face no more.
You remember when they have that little girl? Nigga ripped the face off.
That's crazy.
That was a real thing. Like that was a real thing that happened, and it was on like papers and everything.
I feel like I feel like with the farmers and the ranchers getting hit the hardest. I feel like it can make or break some of them. Some of them can take advantage and turn the situation into their favor. And I mean, like I said, some of them are unfortunately just going to fall through,
or they might merge.
Or they might merge. They might merge into a bigger company. Get bought out, that type of thing. But I get what he's trying to do. With the whole America rely on America thing. But if that was the case, then we'd be like the only country like in the whole world. And it's other countries for a reason.
I feel like you're trying to bring back business.
Yeah,
I mean, I get that, but at the end of the day, they still have things that we don't have. We still have things
we
that
still
they
gonna
don't
have to trade. That's gonna be a thing.
So you have to, from a business aspect, you have to be negotiable, be open minded.
Most definitely.
So immediately, trying to raise tariff, just to prove a point.
It might result in a stalemate because of that. Because I mean, you gonna raise the price, okay? They gonna raise the price, and here we are back in the same boat. So.
Well, like I said, it just man, we're creative people, and I'm not just talking about Americans. I'm talking about us as humans in general, like black people. Like we creative, man. Man, we'll make 2 cents last, damn near month.
What's that 2 cents?
2 cents, bro. We've been there, we done it. Hey, might be the chance for us to get back on top. You feel what I'm saying?
Make the cookie stretch, man. Yeah, gotta make the cookie stretch.
Yeah, we might see a rise in black farmers. I can see that.
I mean, for sure. You already kind of see it in celebrities.
Hang on now.
And even with negotiations and stuff, hey, the long run, when you start looking at long run, like 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, stuff like that, how would that affect?
Yeah.
I would say most businesses look at that aspect, and they're going to be like, okay, we're going to need these people regardless, so we're going to have to make a plan regardless. We can stop producing or giving these people this type of product for X amount of years, but we're going to be right back. We're going to have to negotiate to get things happening.
So all in all, I would say some things are just, non-negotiable. And like you said, like both of y'all said, we are creative people. So we'll figure it out, but we just got to be ready for it. That's one of the things that we got to be ready for.
Get some chickens.
You said, what about chickens?
I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get some chickens, make a coop.
Chickens are a good resource too, man. Any farm animal, really, from chickens to horses. I mean, God forbid, even pigs. But that's if you're in a certain type of market.
And that's even if it, if things go to, what I'm saying, you got pigs, you at least got something.
Yeah, you got something. Having livestock is a good investment as well. Land, livestock.
And this is actually a continuation on tariffs, and what they'll actually look like. Trump ushered in a more competitive and confrontational approach toward China in his first term, levying more than $360 billion in tariffs on China. Okay. He has vowed to now impose a 60% tariff on all Chinese goods. Bro, most of our shit is made by China, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's already being unreasonable. So it's definitely going to be a stalemate. I mean, and if they were to match that, bro, like we already. Oh, here's the thing, bro. We already owe. Don't we owe them money?
I say at this point, everybody owe everybody money.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, that's why I say. That's why I say it's multiple countries for a reason. So I get, like I said, I get the whole America rely on America thing, but again, other countries have what we don't have. We have what they don't have. So it kind of creates the balance, and balance comes with negotiation. Honestly,
and I say a lot of stuff that we do get out of China. I'm not saying that everything out of China is cheaply made, but there's a lot of things that's it's pretty cheap. And the way they make these things, pennies on dollars, we could do the same thing. We could possibly do the same thing just to make some of these goods that they are giving us. Now, technology wise, they already had cases where things that was imported from China with technology has spyware, malware, things of that nature, just to try to, get information from our people, like from the everyday working man people, the stuff that we use every day. And I think he's looking at that type of aspect too. Like, okay, try to keep, if we're gonna keep all of us safe, and we can't be spying on each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I was just reading into like what are they like actually, purchasing from us. So I just pulled up the statistics like here from Office of Technology Evaluation. From what it's just looking like,
Send
what
me
does
that.
China want from the US? Okay, bet. I just like Googled it, and it's just from the Bureau of Industry and Security. So like, what do they want from us? Surprisingly, they want machinery and mechanical appliances and raw materials.
We had it.
Yeah, no, we definitely do. Agriculture, chemicals, plastics, rubber. So when I just, went to the Gov website, the actual document that's available, it's just saying, let me see, where was I? Okay, so this is one of the pieces that they were talking about right there. Made the major source of U.S. imports. So we want to see what they export. Biz applications, 399,000 applications, biz applications. How much total trade with China goods? The trade deficit with China was, it looks like,
that's a lot of money.
Yeah, like that we're, spending with them, but they're not spending with us. So I see exactly where he's coming from with it, because it's looking like we spend a lot of money with y'all, but y'all really not spending that much money with us. It's like almost a third of what, we have to offer.
And another reason why a lot of companies that was here moved to China because it's cheap labor. And we know that's a big rabbit hole when it comes down to cheap labor, with in China. So I think that would be a good thing if we pull those companies out and actually save a couple people, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. They have the third largest. But US is one of the largest, like traders, globally. So it's not like we don't have a foothold in the game. Definitely do. Again, this is just a chart showing spending habits from 2017 all the way to 2021. The exports.
2018, but it was low, wasn't it?
Agriculture. Okay, so these are agricultural products. Let's see, exports to China. China over the total world. It's like a 17% difference. Okay. So footwear, again, rubber, raw materials. They were talking about oils. If anybody does want to do their own research and, check the links as well, this is biz.gov. So this is, again, accessible information to the public. A lot of times we don't really just look at it because reasons, our day-to-day life. Yeah. But, yeah, we have a lot to offer. It looks like our now or soon to be president is looking to capitalize on, some of the exchange, because we like to make a little more on what we have to offer. That will result in, again, bringing jobs back here and causing us to be more resourceful and reliable, like you said, within ourselves. So
it could, it's ups and downs to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Through all in all, I think it may be a good thing.
Yeah,
at the
that's
end.
true.
There's going to be some ups and downs.
Yeah,
for sure. We just gotta be ready for it. One of the questions, again, from a citizen like ourselves: can the world make meaningful climate progress without the U.S.? For a while, and I still do see it. I see that we are kind of spearheading, as well as some of the other major superpowers, right? China, Europe. We're spearheading the climate change initiative, right? Says absolutely the vast majority of emissions will come from China and emerging economies this century. The U.S. and companies will pursue emissions reductions, even if the federal government does less. One of the ways I see that we are, reducing our carbon footprint, if you will, or, saving the community is with the transition and mandate that all vehicle manufacturers now have some type of electric option. It's available now. Tesla's not the only one. So that's just one of the ways. I know they're working on hydrogen emissions too. So getting a hydrogen cells, so cars that will run on water.
Oh, some cars already got it.
They already got it, bro. They got it. Mm-hmm. They just again trying to find a way to mass produce it. And
soon it's gonna be not hydrogen, but what is it? H2O. It's gonna be H2O water powered cars.
Yeah,
they already got the information, and knock on wood, don't knock at my door. Somebody has already made it.
Yeah,
I mean,
like the hydrogen cells.
They've been trying to avoid it. They've been trying to avoid it for as long as possible, but I mean,
so they can
at
make
this
money
point,
off of it.
Well, I mean, at this point, with electric cars being out now, with electric cars being out now, I mean, is it really any different? You know what I mean? It's
water.
It's an alternative. Yeah, that's what I say. Is it any different than water? Because it's still, at the end of the day, it's still an alternative from fuel. And so the more people that have electric cars, the less money they're making off the fuel, anyways. Mm-hmm. So I mean, is water any different? I mean, now if anything, now they can jack the price of water up.
Oil, I would say the difference is oil is a limited resource, whereas water is abundant on the face of this planet. So like y'all said, with the H3O, whatever the hydrogen is that they're going to use for these cars, they're going to alter it in a way that it's not just like regular water. Like I can't just go to the ocean and fill up a gallon. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be dope though. That would
be sick. Would. And the thing is, we have the ability. Like, bro, there was a guy and he was out there pulling water out of the air. He was separating the oxygen. Yeah, bro, where he was. And then he just had water like being made like from air. He was like,
but
no.
They
so
tried to quiet it.
Yeah,
all that.
They destroyed his machine.
I'm
and
like
another man,
they trying to help people.
Got him up out of here, right? Because again, it's a capitalistic society where we want to make $1. You got to play the game. Everybody's a piece on this monopoly board. Don't peek behind the curtain.
That's what
just play the game. Just play the game
behind the curtain. I said, you said don't peek behind the curtain, but yeah, I mean that's just the way it goes. I'm
a peek.
Got him out of here.
He said, "I'm a peek.
I'm a peek, damn it."
Because man, if we can, that's what we put on this earth to do, man, to help each other out.
I think about how advanced we would be. Like, just think about how advanced we would be as, I want to say race, but as Homo sapiens, if we literally came together, bro.
There's endless possibilities.
Bro, we would have been interplanetary.
People just want to have control. You know how it is, man.
Well, yeah, another interesting one there. Question from the citizens. Can we make a meaningful impact, with the climate change? The next one.
Oh, I can answer this question right here.
What you got?
He already applying pressure. Dude already done sent them a warning, so
yeah,
that's a wrap.
I saw
that. That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
What Dave Chappelle say?
I guess that means you need to shut the up. That's what I do if I had no army. I would up. Shut the That's right.
You shut the
Yeah.
Yo, okay, so what happens to the U.S.-Iran relations? The Trump administration is likely to increase economic pressure on Iran. Last time this was effective in draining Iran's treasury. They ain't got no money. Limiting its ability to fund proxies and sustain patronage networks.
Shutting them down.
So that's going to be interesting. Next one. What should we expect regarding the Indo-Pacific security partnerships such as AUKUS?
Nigga. Samurai Hugo over here, nigga. You can say AUKUS, nigga.
This ain't anime words right here, boy.
That boy say Aku.
Mm-hmm. The Akatsuki, they ain't gonna. AP said the Akatsuki.
Oh shit.
What should we do regarding the Indo-Pacific security partnerships with the Akatsuki? Nigga, what?
What?
Have Madra pop up like this? All right, my fault. What is the AUKUS alliance? When you read this, it's going to raise a couple of eyebrows. First of all, what AUKUS stands for is Australia, United Kingdom, and the United States. It's a three-way pact between, obviously, these three countries. And basically, it's broken out into two pillars of the plan. That's what I was looking for. But no, you write two bullet points, pillars, business statements, these are the two things that they really want to accomplish during this time frame. For Australia wants, it says they'll purchase 3 Virginia-class conventional armed nuclear-powered submarines in time to replace its current fleet of diesel-electric subs. So they want new submarines. They want some tech. The 3 countries will also develop a state-of-the-art platform designed to combine and leverage their shared submarine technology, the SSN AUKUS.
Man, we're gonna say AUKUS, man.
Okay,
AUKUS, nigga.
The future platform is slated to be filled by the UK in the 2030s and by Australia in the 2040s. Wow. The second pillar of the agreement is focused on developing joint capabilities to further enhance interoperabilities among the participating nations with a focus on cyber capabilities, artificial intelligence, quantum technologies, and additional undersea capabilities.
All that pretty much means is like integrated operations, like the ability to work together.
Basically. Yeah, amongst like different computer systems, because quantum technologies is just that, communicating across like different systems and platforms too. Computing systems.
Sound like these niggas trying to build Iron Man suits, but carry on.
You're right.
Sound like these niggas trying to build Iron Man.
Bruh, some of these things, like the things they say they can do, is like crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, no, like you said, like they're combining different like technologies, like you said, like Iron Man, like
Stark Industries.
They using nuclear submarines, like they using AI, quantum tech. What does additional undersea capabilities mean? What do you swim?
Like,
it's water. What?
Probably the ability to go deeper.
Go deeper.
There's still
supersonic
parts of the ocean that we haven't been able to discover yet. So
that's what she said.
Okay.
Oh wow.
And I say giggity.
Yeah. AUKUS, ladies and gentlemen.
But now, like Quiz was saying, like maybe go deeper because the compression in the cabin in the submarine, you can only go so far. So if you were to go even deeper, nigga, you would explode pretty much.
Yeah, you remember that happened to them folks in that submarine.
Mm-hmm. You'll literally explode. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
AUKUS and their ability to discover what's underwater. And then you have the other programs that have the ability to discover what's here on land. And then you have NASA and other programs in other countries that are able to discover what's in space. So, without them, we wouldn't have been able to, have fun facts like that, laugh about it, and, have concerns about it as well. If y'all are going to go out and discover this stuff, are y'all prepared to actually discover it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see all these movies like The Meg or Piranha. Are you really ready to discover an underwater cave, crack it open, and release an animal that hasn't been released in 10 million years and it's hungry as you know what I mean? Yeah. Are you ready for that?
Like they don't fuck around and find Atlantis. Watch.
That'd be cool to have some see people.
Low key, bro. I'm excited. Shout out to them boys. I think this is the last one. Yeah, it is. It's the last clip on the slide.
Okay.
Should NATO make moves to be self-reliant and not depend on the United States? To create a more stable NATO, European members should increase their own defense spending and military strength, but try to keep the U.S. in the alliance as the most important member. I mean, and that's from a fellow, for Europe.
I say, yeah. At the point as if they have their own ability to get out of certain situations that's not detrimental, and even if they have their own ability to have their own resources and stuff like that, they could help each other out. We can help each other out better, I feel.
That's what we've been doing. Like, and we've been helping each other out, but I feel like that would force them to, like it says, step up and increase their own defense and military budget. Like US definitely has one of the if not the strongest military.
If they had their own, what I'm saying, they could shut down some things if it needs to be shut down, but as for others to help.
Oh, to help. And, okay, I got you.
Yeah, we'll merge and we'll be able to help each other out. You know, if I need them to come over here for a quick spell to help us out with something, you know, we're more reliant on each other.
That's true.
It's not just relying on just one thing, because if that one person or one entity, you know, depletes their energy in something that they're doing and they're needing help, they can't get it from here because there's no one there to help. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
That's all. That's how I'm thinking about it. All right, what did you say?
I mean, it's gonna be
Quest?
It's gonna be a yeah. It's a yeah, no for me. I mean, match energy. If America wants to rely on America, I mean, other countries can rely on themselves as well. And then, I mean, it's a no for me because I mean, we got like I said, other countries have what we don't have. We have what other countries don't have. So there's always going to be some kind of reliance on each other, and self dependency. But I mean, yeah, overall, yeah, for sure, they need to, they need to start making moves to be, self reliant. They've dealt with Donald Trump for 4 years already, so they have to make a decision. They have to make a decision on if they want to deal with his policies for another 4 years. Like I said, yeah and no for me.
Facts.
Like I said at the beginning, like, hey, it's inevitable, bro. We gonna need each other. That's the main thing that we're here on this planet to do, to help each other out, service each other. That's really what it boils down to.
For sure. But yeah. And so that was one of the first bits of information that we dove through just to, see, what to expect next. The next one here, we have a clip. This clip from the Today Show just tells us what the first 100 days is going to look like with Uncle Donnie as president. Thought this would be a good one to dive into also. So just 3 minutes, and then we can talk about, what we perceive after.
In American politics, a presidential sequel.
We're going to turn it around. And I'm asking you, dream big. The American dream, just dream big. We're bringing it back. This will be America's new golden age.
Heading back to the White House, Mr. Trump pledges to take swift and sweeping action to close the southern border and to deport millions of migrants here illegally.
We're going to stop the people from pouring into our border. We're going to have a mass deportation of criminals. We have to get the criminals out of our country.
The president-elect seized on fears about crime and vowed to take tough action.
We will crush violent crime and give our police the support, protection, resources, and respect that they so dearly deserve.
Beyond immigration, his broadest pitch is that he could lower prices and boost the economy. He said he would increase energy production to reduce consumers' day-to-day costs.
Your energy costs and grocery prices will come tumbling down, and we will bring back the American dream, bigger, better, and stronger than ever before.
The centerpiece of his economic agenda is imposing tariffs to make the U.S. more competitive. But those taxes on imported goods are often passed on to consumers.
The most beautiful word in the dictionary to me is tariff.
Trump 2.0 is expected to include the still-to-be-defined influence of controversial figures. The world's richest man, Elon Musk, on cost-cutting, and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. on health, despite his anti-vaccine views and lack of scientific training.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr., RFK Jr., he's going to help us on health and the health of women, men, and children.
Another Trump term means an America First approach to foreign policy.
I will not send you to fight and die in a foolish, never-ending foreign war.
Mr. Trump, who favors strong men, touts his relationship with Putin.
I got along with Putin. Ukraine was the apple of his eye, but I said, Vladimir, don't go in.
He has refused to say Ukraine should win that war and retain its sovereignty and territory.
I will end the war in Ukraine. Should have never happened.
His tough guy rhetoric and persona drove a gender gap, with more men supporting him. His political brand fortified by grievances. With a return to power, he said he would fire the special prosecutor, Jack Smith, putting a stop to the felony indictments against him related to January 6th and classified documents.
These are lunatics, by the way. They've weaponized the Justice Department against their political opponent.
A Trump second term will also be his chance to build his brand.
This will be the greatest movement, I think, in the history of the world, okay? Never been anything.
Kelly O'Donnell there, our senior White House.
It's interesting to hear him talk about, immigration and deportation for some, right? Because it's like, is it really all of these people are as dangerous as you say they are? Or is it just mass hysteria? So who are the criminals? What criminals?
So there has been reports where it was this young girl of 12 years old from immigrants that were here illegally, because they even tried them when there was no paperwork, nothing on them. It was 4 of them. They raped this little girl, then they killed her violently. And it's probably a lot of cases going on that we haven't heard about, but this was one that was pretty massive. So it is stuff that is happening in different areas that we're not in. And I feel like if we're going to help you guys, I'm all for help. We're going to help you guys. Let's do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Because think about the people that's here that has went through the system and did everything that they need to do to be here, and making a better way for them and their family, than to have someone come here and do terrible things, or even not just go through the process. It's a slap in the face to them, because it's like, hey, we did the work.
So you're saying just as long as you got your paperwork right, we good.
Yeah, because we got to do a background check on who you are. Yeah. Just like me saying somebody, like you said, the Jehovah's Witness wanting to come into your house. You don't know these people. You haven't done a background on them for them to be just coming into your house nilly-dilly just to be there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, we got to do some paperwork. We got to get some background of who these people are, who they're involved with, before we can just let somebody in. Or if you want to be here, do it the right way, make a better life for yourself. I'm all for helping, but if you're here illegally, bruh,
you're making it hard for yourself.
You're making it hard making it hard for yourself. Then you're making it hard for the people that did do it right.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's my stance on it.
That's why I said I can see why it was easy for him to bag that vote, because you got to think, if you did it the right way, like you went through that process, that long, tiring process. You got to take the test, the money that you got to spend, the years it takes, and then you see someone try to shortcut it. Yeah, it'll offend you a little bit.
That's why he won the majority of the Hispanic vote, especially the Hispanic man. I think it was like 50-something%, maybe 50.4 or 54, somewhere between there, in the 50s, for sure. For them to be able to capture that vote after this man just said, y'all go build a wall, is crazy to me, but okay.
Like I said, I'm here to help people.
When the sales pitch is, I'm building the wall to make sure the ones that are doing it illegally can't get over. That's a pretty. You go get that vote, dog. If that's like, you know what I'm saying? I can see if he would just, I'm trying to keep all these Mexicans out. Oh yeah, you're not getting that vote.
Yeah,
and that's where the confusion lies, especially with our Caucasian.
It's illegal.
It's with our Caucasian counterparts. They look at all Hispanics and be like, "Go back to where you came from, bitch. I was born here."
I wouldn't say all Caucasians. I know a lot of people.
I didn't say all. I'm just saying that's where we see it, though. We definitely see it, so we're not gonna act like it doesn't exist.
I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I'm not gonna put everybody up under one umbrella, because people are different. But yeah, illegally. That's the thing that some people not fixating on. Illegally. That's really it. Like, man, just do it the right way. There's no shortcuts in the game.
All right, for sure. Okay, the second key point was he said he's gonna lower energy costs and grocery costs. I'm like, how?
So what we were talking about earlier, like the tariffs and the.
So here's the thing with those tariffs, right? Even though they're going to be imposed taxes on these other countries for imports and exports, it still impacts the American people. We're gonna have to pay for that. So it's really like he just told y'all, okay, in order to make us a more safe and secure country, I'm gonna charge y'all more money, and everybody was like, "Woo!"
No. What? No, it like we said earlier, it's gonna be ups and downs to this process. But like I said, we are creative people. America's creative people. It's gonna force competition. It's gonna force openings of jobs. It's gonna force where energy usage is going to be impacted here, where it's going to be implicated where we can use this energy for other sources for our people. You know what I'm saying? Instead of using all the energy to go over here to make these things, we could do it here, helping our economy, helping our people. Hey, they got jobs, they getting this, they got money, we get paid for things now. So it's gonna be up, it's gonna be bumpy, it's gonna be a bumpy road.
Just be prepared for them taxes. They gonna hit. They gonna hit.
Pretty much. Groceries.
They may hit, but we may get more
groceries and energy. He said he's gonna cause the cost to go down. How?
I mean the tariffs, bro. Like I said, if you're taxing other countries, and of course they're taxing us. I mean, it's gonna make some stuff go down naturally. That's if it falls through. I mean, that's if this whole plan falls through as far as this tariff thing goes. But very doable. I mean, because if you're getting money from elsewhere, then you can lower some prices. But that's if you're getting the money from elsewhere.
Yeah.
It'd be good to see grocery prices go down. But once again, bro, that just secures another vote. You got a lot of hardworking people, that don't get, EBT or food stamps. So
I don't.
They rely, exactly. So they rely solely on those grocery prices being like at a set, a certain price, so they can feed their families. So when someone comes in and they tell you that they can lower their prices and this is how they can do it, it's just another vote secured. Go to the next point.
Okay.
Now I will say this before you go into that. Doing this in 100 days, I don't know. That seems kind of far-fetched.
That don't even seem plausible. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have hiccups. Like that's in everyday life,
right? I mean, now if he lock in the house, then he might not have that many hiccups.
I mean, everybody's Republican right now, so
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if he lock in the house, he might not have too many hiccups. But yeah, I just 100 days just don't seem likely.
Yeah,
only because it's a lot of aspects to the game. So he got 4 years though. So baby step.
We just praying that
all right, so these next two pieces. These next two pieces are a little incriminating in my not the next piece, but the piece after that is kind of incriminating in my personal opinion. So okay, it sounds like you got some very prominent figures in position to assist with, like you said, cost cutting as well as focusing on the health of the American people. So I really don't got nothing to say about that one. You got Elon Musk.
We want it to be. It needs to be easier for us if we live here. It
needs to be cheaper.
Easier. That's what I'm saying. Oh, okay. Easier as in everyday life. You going to get gas and everything. The working people, we're on the ground. We need to focus on us. Like focus on us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I mean, I'll say this, because they brought up controversial figures. I'll say this: you're not necessarily the company that you keep. Him being president, I'm solely looking at him. I don't really necessarily care for the company or care about the company that he keeps because he's running the country, not the company that he keeps. So he can hang out whoever he want to hang out with. I don't really care about all that, because I mean they voted for him. So when you hang out with him, I mean they put you in office basically when you hang out with him too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you already know what come with that. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. Period.
Yeah. And I'll say with Elon Musk on the price cutting, he's been opening up a lot of different warehouses. Y'all remember
the dude is the real life Tony Stark, man.
Yeah, y'all remember from church, right? Yeah, he got hired.
He worked at the factory.
Exactly.
The factory,
he got hired and
the one, yeah.
Man, they were paying. You know what I'm saying? Elon Musk was throwing that bread for the work, and moved out to Texas. Man, living good, So I think it could be a win. It could be a win. Putting jobs back in America.
I'm with those representatives. I'm even with like you said, like Elon, and Robert F. Kennedy. Like, yeah, those are two really good. No, they're good candidates to be in his company. Let's say that. Yes. Yeah.
I think Robert F. Kennedy got some people behind him, because he had brain cancer or like brain tumors. And I think he really got some good doctors behind him to actually impose some things for people of, illnesses or ailments, cancer, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
To help these people, because there's a lot of stuff going on with people.
And then, like he already said, with Putin.
Okay, so let's look at this. When he's not even in office yet, but they already are calling a stop on the war in Gaza, Ukraine. With Putin, he's already trying to stop the war down since he's already about to be in office. And even the people he's saying what they're spinning is saying that he's going to fire them. No, he didn't fire nobody because he doesn't have that power at all yet. They already have withdrawn all the stuff that they had against him. They took it out. It wasn't even him. They already done it. They're already doing it.
Even if that was the case, though, right? It wouldn't make sense for me to stay in a position where this man is going to be, let's say, a month away from being in office. It's inevitably going to happen. Why would you let me stay in this position knowing I'm bringing up federal charges against you for, again, there were documents and there's all type of, like you said, like substantial information from racketeering cases all the way to, again, what happened in the Oval Office, those rioters, right? Acting like he had no part.
I think that was actors.
We just, like you said, we just got to know what's going on. The man with the, you got to know the rules to play the game. Because if we don't know what's going on, how can we have a fighting chance?
Keep on fighting.
You said what? You said you won't fight?
You just keep. I know. I said keep on fighting. I guess.
All right. I know we
made it this far, so
shit.
Keep on fighting.
This video is like 6 minutes long. We can pause it, like if we hear something interesting, like you said, just trying to be respectful of the 2-hour like time limit. But this is the last video.
The Republican triumph in this election goes way beyond Donald Trump. CBS News estimates Republicans will take control of the Senate. They also have a good chance of keeping control of the House. If that happens, what would the Trump agenda look like? We have Robert Costa and Ed O'Keefe, who have been working around the clock, and we truly do appreciate you guys. Good morning again, I should say. Bob, I'll start with you. What's the latest report from the Trump campaign?
Great to be with you. Inside the Trump campaign today in Florida, there is a lot of celebration and planning. There is already discussion about how this Trump transition will look and who would staff this new administration at the White House and who would fill the key cabinet slots. There's a lot of jubilation that Republicans, because they have Senate control of the White House, potential control of the House, will be able to enact possibly a very ambitious agenda. They're going over plans for the mass deportation proposal by former President Trump to go after undocumented migrants in this country. There's a push already to extend the Trump tax cuts from 2017. And you see the business community behind the scenes this morning rallying around Trump for the most part, believing that he is going to deregulate many of the industries in this country.
You know, it's interesting because he has said that he's going to free some people convicted for their roles on January 6th and fire special counsel Jack Smith within seconds of taking office. Would any of those moves surprise you? And I asked this, Bob, and Ed too, because when I was in Pennsylvania talking to voters, people would say, oh, that's just Trump being Trump. You can't always believe everything he says. Sometimes he just says things, but it doesn't mean he's going to do that. What do you all think?
I would think those are two things he's going to do, at least firing Jack Smith for sure. The Justice Department's in for an overhaul. And we're going to probably see mass resignations of career attorneys who don't necessarily want to be there for it. Not only there, but across the federal government. So that's one thing. The January 6th, defendants, we'll have to see exactly how that would be done. I'm more curious to see what he does in economic policy. You got a big tax debate coming next year. Do you extend the Trump tax cuts for the wealthy? Can he make good on the campaign promise to end taxation of tips? That's what may have won him Nevada. It was such a popular issue that Kamala Harris had to go and adopt it herself. We went and talked to voters out there who now expect him to do this for them. Bartenders who make $100,000 a year in tips in a good year want those $30,000 that they otherwise wouldn't have gotten, but they want to know, well, how would that be reported if I need to go buy a house or I need to buy a car? And that would cost $250 billion over the next decade. Is that something that Republicans are willing to take on? So a lot of these campaign promises sounded great and may have been, fuel for the base, but the details of them could get tricky. And as they say, you govern in poetry, or you campaign in poetry, you govern in prose. The prose could get really tricky.
Well, the question, of course, becomes, as you both stated, who will fill those key cabinet roles? You're talking about folks like RFK Jr., who is potentially going to be in charge of some kind of health apparatus in the United States. Of course, the question becomes, what does happen to those institutions, the Department of Education, the Justice Department, if Donald Trump is able to implement the type of people that will look very different from the first administration. The first administration had a lot of professional class people with extensive experience in those roles. It might look different this time around, Bob.
If you're just waking up and you see Donald Trump is now going to be president of the United States again, the former president to be the 47th president, you have to conceptualize a different kind of presidency on the horizon. Former President Trump, based on our reporting at CBS News, believes that because the Supreme Court in recent months ruled that presidents have immunity, broadly speaking, when it comes to so-called official acts, that if he wins the White House, as CBS News has projected, he would be an empowered president, in his view, to have a tight grip over the executive branch in this country, to staff it with loyalists, whether it's the Justice Department, the Environmental Protection Agency, the Federal Trade Commission. All of these agencies could have his people. And there's a new movement around Trump. Donald Trump Jr., Tucker Carlson, J.D. Vance, the vice president-elect, Elon Musk, one of the world's richest people, all around Trump trying to overhaul the United States government. The United States, the American people, have just elected someone who wants to transform the country and has a full confidence in his ability to command a political movement to keep himself afloat, even if he has his critics in the Congress, in the press, or elsewhere.
And Ed, do you think he'll be able to do that? Because what Bob is laying out sounds like a Trump presidency, since we know he's not going to run again. A Trump presidency with no guardrails on any level.
Constitutionally, he can't run again, but what's to say he's not going to try? Yeah. Right? And I think that's one of the fears that some supporters may have, is that he may try to find some kind of a way. Well, not supporters, critics may fear. But he has said this was his last campaign and this is the last time he's running. We'll see. Can I say one thing? I know there are a lot of people waking up this morning thrilled about this, and there are a lot of people waking up this morning confused and really hurt about this. And I'm reminded of a guy named John I met in Wisconsin, from Appleton, Wisconsin, who said he was supporting the vice president and he was praying for her to win. But he said, if she doesn't win, life goes on and we have to move on and we can try again. And I think it's an important thing for all Americans, whether you won last night, whether you lost, you've got to be able as a country to move forward. And you can remember that in 2 years and in 4 years, there are contests again where your side might be able to prevail.
And just briefly, to Ed's point, the key things to watch today: what does President Biden say? What does Vice President Harris say?
Something we will be watching. Indeed. Bob, thank you very much. Ed, always great to have you. Thank you both very much. We'll be right back.
Hey, I think that's the perfect video, to really wrap up the synopsis of everything that we pretty much.
I mean, like I said, we all got a little, we got a taste of what it's like to have him as president for 4 years. So I think we all know what to expect. I think we can, have expectations. He is the president, so as we should. I'm not going to not expect nothing out of him. That'd be crazy. I just think that you know he has to be held accountable this time.
Yeah.
You know,
there were some things.
That's my biggest thing.
I just remember during his last term, very immature. And it was almost like we were watching like a reality show. Like every time the niggas turned on, that was the most niggas had ever been interested in the news. Every time this man hopped on, it was something thought provoking. At the same time, they were good. Like you said, there are pros, there are cons. I think the individuals that he is going to put into power, like they said, they're quote unquote termed and labeled as loyalists, so loyal to him. But I do feel like that would force them to mature as well with their newfound responsibility. So maybe they'll, like you said, take the roles more serious and not just adopt roles just because of connection and convenience. One of the things I do think is cool is the taxation now. If he is able to get that like taken care of, they're gonna challenge us. And like you said, it's gonna force us to think outside the box. So
yeah.
But that's all they
Force us
was
to be
really
creative. It's time to create those businesses.
For sure.
Yep.
LLC
Yep.
on the way, nigga. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
create those businesses.
Yeah.
We're gonna get them tax cuts too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah.
So we gotta start getting some logos together. I won't be over the hat department. I like hats.
For what?
That's bad.
Stay vibrant.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
That's a bit.
You feel me? Get a little bucket like here. Stay vibrant.
Yeah.
A little sweat like stay vibrant. Ooh, what's it called? This should be hard. Not even just like stay vibrant though. Like
everything,
bro. Everything. Like
everything.
Like I want to do everything, bro. I want to get my hand in everything, bro.
Well, hey, time is now.
The time is definitely now. For sure.
Get it.
We about to run it up, y'all.
Got to, man. Got to, man. So I'm seeing good positive signs on this side.
And play this piece right here because I feel like this is the most important piece out of that whole segment.
Can I say one thing? I know there are a lot of people waking up this morning thrilled about this, and there are a lot of people waking up this morning confused and really hurt about this. And I'm reminded of a guy named John I met in Wisconsin, from Appleton, Wisconsin, who said he was supporting the vice president and he was praying for her to win. But he said, if she doesn't win, life goes on and we have to move on and we can try again. And I think it's an important thing for all Americans, whether you won last night, whether you lost, you've got to be able as a country to move forward. And you can remember that in 2 years and in 4 years, there are contests again where your side might be able to prevail.
And just briefly, to Ed's point, the key things to watch today, what does President Biden say? What does Vice President Harris say?
Something we will be watching. Indeed. Bob, thank you very much. Ed, always great to have you. Thank you both very much. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Life goes on.
Life goes on,
Pretty
bro.
much.
Let God do
you
God.
still had to go to work in the morning.
Facts. Let God do God, bro, because he know what he doing.
Exactly. Write the script. We ain't.
Just to show you how we rockin'. We go for that win, call us rocket. Yeah, and they love how we vibing. 365, now stay vibrant. Through the struggles and the pain. Stay vibrant. You gon' have some storms and some rain. Now stay vibrant. Now look at everything you overcame. Stay vibrant. I was on the ground and never change. Stay vibrant.